Hello and welcome students. I hope you all are fine with your family members. So today in this video lecture, we will discuss, as you can see, some questions of the poem Song of Myself by Walt Whitman. So here we go. So the first question is that, what is the Whitman's concept of democracy? Whitman is considered a true person in favor of democracy, and he has written many poems related to democracy in his own country. So Whitman was the ultimate follower of the Transcendentalist movement. So here you can ask, what is Transcendentalist movement? So first you should understand that Transcendentalist is a philosophical movement that developed in the late 1820s and 1830s in the United States. And the followers of this movement believes in the inherent goodness of people and nature. They claim that society and institutions have corrupted the purity of the individual, and people are at their best when they are independent. So the followers of this movement claim that society and the social institutions of the society have corrupted us, we people, and we are very pure when we are independent, free of all kind of constraints. And so the next is, throughout the poem Song of Myself, Whitman gives the emphasis on equality of all men and women. Actually, Whitman was a poet during the era when the country was watching the freedom in true sense, free from all kind of slavery, and so he wants to write, or you can say he wants to sing songs of democracy in his poems. To him, all humans are equal and all professions are equally honorable. He believes that we all are equal in every field. We are born free. We are born free of all constraints. So we should consider every person, each and every person, equal in all senses, in matter of race, caste, religion, everything. So, in this all-encompassing interpretation, Whitman says that the freedom offered by democracy is for all, not a chosen few. He claims that freedom should be given to all people, and it should not be the privilege of some class, special class, or some royal class. It included all people, not renouncing those of other races, creeds, or social standings. The next question. What is the cycle of growth and death according to Whitman? One of the reasons Whitman celebrates elements of the natural world is because he believed that human beings were already a part of nature, and they would continue their journey with nature after death. He believes in the cycle of growth and death. We take birth and we die, and the cycle goes on. And you will find some ideas about this concept of growth and death in the poem Adonis by Shelley, in which he says that dust into dust means we are born out of dust, and in the last we have to merge in the dust itself. So we are very much related to nature. We cannot disconnect ourselves from nature because we are a part of nature. We take birth through the nature, and in the last we die in the lap of nature. Two of his poems, Song of Myself and When Lilacs Last in the Dooryard Bloom, reflect this idea. Song of Myself explores the idea of grass, while When Lilacs Last in the Dooryard Bloom explores flowers, specifically lilacs. So lilac is a very beautiful plant of purple color with purple color flowers, and the lilac symbolizes the resurrection. It represents the fact that his love for the dead hero, for of course Abraham Lincoln, is fresh and unfading. The fragrance of the lilac's flower symbolizes the affection and love for Abraham Lincoln, and it's a symbol of resurrection. He believes that someday Abraham Lincoln will return in some form. So, while these two poems discuss different parts of nature, Whitman still incorporates and explores the cycle of life and death, hope and faith, and rebirth. The next is write down Whitman's idea of individuality. Whitman's soul and self expand to encompass oneness with the universe. His idea of individuality basically related to the sense that we are a part of whole and we also exist individually. For example, he begins his poem with a statement that sounds individualistic. The poem starts, I celebrate myself and sing myself. Here I represent the poet and each and every person on this planet, in this universe. I celebrate myself and sing myself. I'm singing for myself as you are singing for yourself. So, but then goes on to explain 2 lines later that every atom belonging to me as good belongs to you. He says that every atom or part and particle of this nature of this land is belonging to me as they belongs to you, establishing his I as a universal voice. Here I stands for a universal voice for all people on this planet. Next question is that write down the symbols used in Song of Myself. The symbol that runs through the poem is obviously the grass. Symbols used in Song of Myself. So, the symbol that runs through the poem is obviously the grass, which is introduced in the 6th section of Song of Myself. The entire poem is formally structured around the grass. Here, the grass is a symbol of the divinity latent in the ordinary common life of man, and it is also a symbol of the continuity inherent in the life-death cycle. In Song of Myself, he uses the symbol of grass. Grass, you can relate it to yourself, to your fields. You have seen that grass can grow in every weather, in every region, in every condition. It can grow in dry areas, in wet areas. It can grow in spring, in winter, in summer, everywhere. So it has a quality to resist. It has a quality of adaptability. It is a strong symbol used in this poem. Whitman is able to see the grass as the recapitulation of the whole cycle of life, death and rebirth. Grass symbolizes the cycle of life, death and rebirth. It emerges itself without seeds. No one saw the seeds of grass in his or her fields, but it can grow itself. It is the symbol of the individual, the flag of my disposition, of deity, the handkerchief of the Lord. He says that grass can be the handkerchief of a deity, of a god, of reproduction, the produced babe of the vegetation, of the new social order of American democracy, a uniform hieroglyphic of death, the beautiful uncut hair of graves, and finally of the new form into which death transmogrifies life. The next question is that write down Whitman's concept of self. His concept of self is a spiritual entity that can interact and flex with others and the cosmos, that maintains a permanence that reflects the individual's intellectual, spiritual and artistic being, and it never ends. The perpetual journey is where A self confronts limitless time and limitless space, and we are products of ages, past and future. Whitman believes in the importance of a person, each and every person of individuals. So the next question is, how does Whitman establishes his Americanness? Means how he sings the song of American Dream, how he is very much American. So, starting his mystical journey towards unity with the divine, the poet proudly declares his pride of being American. In every poem, Leaves of Grass, Song of Myself, he basically sings the importance or beauty of his own country, of America. He is American in all his traits and characteristics. His heart and mind is American, being born there from parents the same and their parents at the same. He promises to go on singing of America till his last breath. He is truly a patriotic poet of America. So today we have discussed some questions related to his poem Song of Myself that will be very useful for you people in your exams. So you can prepare the notes from this video lecture. I say goodbye and all the best. Stay safe. Bye bye.